In war, bombs and bullets aren't always the deadliest weapons. Sometimes a single miscalculation is enough to decide the fate of an entire empire. And Japan made exactly that mistake, misjudging the true strength of its enemy. In this video, let's see the price Japan had to pay for not truly understanding its enemy. On the morning of December 7, 1941, Lieutenant Colonel Minoru Genda was on board the Akagi, having spent nearly a year preparing the plan. Every goal, every formation, every moment, all calculated with pinpoint accuracy, and Genda watched the second wave of attacks disappear toward Pearl Harbor. And underneath that precision, there was a fatal flaw, a single number, a number that was catastrophically wrong. The Japanese High Command believed that by the end of 1943, the U.S. Navy would have about 300,000 men. The facts are staggering. By December 1943, the United States had more than 2.3 million naval personnel. Japan has underestimated by almost 8 times. This is not a rounding error. It was a failure to understand the nature of the enemy they were fighting. A defeat sealed Japan's fate long before the first bomb fell on Pearl Harbor. The one who began to sense something was wrong was a young intelligence officer, Takeo Yoshikawa, who was sent to Honolulu under diplomatic cover. He counted ships, studied defense systems, and sent detailed reports back to Tokyo. His intelligence was accurate. The question was what Tokyo believed about it. They assumed that the Americans ran their ships like the Japanese, with tight discipline, maximum efficiency, and minimal personnel. They couldn't have been more wrong. This wasn't a failure of data collection. It was a failure of imagination. The culture of the Imperial Navy valued bold attacks over caution or analysis. Then came Midway. The aircraft carrier Yorktown was hit by bombs and torpedoes and should have sunk in minutes. But to the dismay of the Japanese, the Americans had it back in action within hours. Damage control teams swarmed the ship. Japanese intelligence later obtained the Yorktown's crew list. More than 2,200 names, 50% more than they had estimated. At Guadalcanal, the Japanese expected a small force, but more than 16,000 Marines landed, supported by 30,000 sailors. The trains continued to arrive, more ships, more soldiers, challenging all of Tokyo's intelligence estimates. Admiral Isoroku Yamamoto, who had lived in America, knew the truth. He warned Tokyo, Japan's estimates were disastrously wrong. The new numbers are terrifying. 2.4 million next year. The conclusion was inevitable. Japan was fighting an enemy with 10 times the manpower. But the truth was too dangerous to share. The report was buried, classified at the highest level. In 1944, the Americans launched simultaneous attacks. 15 aircraft carriers, 70,000 sailors in just one task force. The war Japan thought it could win was lost, not in the skies over Pearl Harbor, but in quiet offices in Tokyo. Because sometimes the most dangerous weapon is a number you miscalculate.